January 2020. 3.5 years ago, I stepped foot in a Rev Pro ring for the very first time. The very first match I had was for the undisputed British Cruiserweight Championship. Ever since that day, I've had my mind and my heart set on taking that title. It took me a really, really long time to get here. Time and time and time again, I got so close, but I never did it. People told me for the last 8 years since I've been wrestling how good I am. People who matter told me how good I am, and I didn't believe any of them. That tiny little self-doubt voice in my head dictated everything I did. But I won the British Cruiserweight Championship today, so it doesn't matter who thinks I'm good. What matters is now I know I'm that good.
You know, I'm meant to be the king of your call. I call myself the king of your call. And here's me thinking, right, I'm back in Rev Pro. I'm going to go on one last big run, try and become British Heavyweight Champion again. And tonight, Trent 7. Right, I thought me and you, we both wanted the same thing. Go out there and show that two people who in the latter stages of their career have still got it. Alright? And you gave me everything you had, and I kept kicking out. And then you beat me when I messed the frog splash up and had your feet on the ropes. You know how much this meant to me? You're on a great run. You've got victory after victory after victory. Well, I've been pretty hit and miss since I came back to Rev Pro. And me beating you tonight at your call would have been like winning 3 matches. But you had to cheat. You had to put your feet on the ropes. So where does that leave me now? What have I got to do? Pretty soon, Rev Pro's going to have their biggest show ever at the Copper Box in East London. And the East End Butcher needs to find a way to get on that show. Because I've still got one more run left in me. East!
Holy. Oh, God, these wonderfully branded towels are coming in mighty handy today. As it is 406,000 degrees Fahrenheit here in York Hall in Bethnal Green. But what it has done today, it has been the 4th in a row victory for Trent 7. A run like no one else here in Rev Pro. So it obviously doesn't take a genius to understand the little climb up the mountain that Trent 7 is on right now. Now hear this. I know, come here. Come here. We all know that I'm not getting any younger. So sometimes a champion has to do what a champion has to do to win. And speaking of champions, that 4th win gets me one step ever so close to the pinnacle, to the peak, to the top of the mountain here in Rev Pro.
Damn it. I'll be honest, I've been looking at coming to Rev Pro for a long time. The top promotion in Europe. And I thought it'd be a little bit better of a debut than going out there and losing to a young talent like Luke Jacobs. And listen, I want to take nothing away from that kid. He went out there, he brought it to me. Over the past few weeks, I've been all across the world. I've been wrestling some of the best talent in Japan, the best talent in the USA, and I came here. My goal, my plan was to show all the Rev Pro fans, show all of Europe that the best wrestling comes from right here in the USA. And maybe I took things for granted. Maybe I took 1776 for granted. Maybe I thought I could ride the wave of the revolutionaries of the past into victory. But, it didn't end up happening. I guess Luke Jacobs rewrote the record books when it comes to the USA and old Tom Lawler, because I thought I'd be coming here and celebrating a week of independence. But, I just got my ass kicked by Luke Jacobs. So I'm gonna go home, I'm gonna enjoy some hot dogs, hamburgers, and I'm gonna hug the bald eagle on one side, Uncle Sam on the other, and I'm gonna get back on track. And Rev Pro, rest assured that next time you see filthy Tom Lawler, it's gonna be with his hand raised high. Another match at York Hall done. I just beat an MMA legend in filthy Tom Lawler. Forget all that USA versus UK crap. At the end of the day, that is a man I respect with every single fibre of my being. That is one tough man, and I've never in my life been kicked like that. Now moving on from that now, we're looking forward to the anniversary show at the Copper Box. I have not been beaten in a singles match since I wrestled Will Ospreay in February. And I think it's about time I get one of the biggest names in professional wrestling. I don't care who it is, but you better get him over here, Randy, and get him in that ring with me, because nothing is stopping the young gun Luke Jacobs from taking this lariat and smashing it through another person's head and getting 1, 2, 3 again.
The Undisputed British Tag Team Championships was our validation to being the best tag team in Europe. And on one lucky night, we can't say we're the best in Europe anymore. Subculture, you've won the battle, but you will not win the war. Head up, man. Come on. We will see them again. We will see them again. We will be the best tag team in Europe, because I know it. You know it. The Greedy Souls are the best in Europe. We're the best tag team in Europe. And next time, you show the best tag team in Europe some respect. Give us a few minutes before asking us for comments next time, yeah? Yeah. Get off the time. Get off face! Go! Go, yeah.
Despite what everybody thinks about the Greedy Souls, I'll say it. They are one of the best teams in Europe, which is why tonight was even more special, because we beat one of the best teams in Europe to become the new undisputed British tag team champions.
But unlike the Greedy Souls, we are willing to fight anyone, anywhere. That could be Portsmouth, that could be London, that could be Southampton, that could be the Copper Box. Anyone, anywhere. Because at the end of the day, subculture conquers everything.
Robbed. Again this keeps happening. This company has it in for me. I get it, I set the challenge, but how can someone be off for 8 months and not have to give up a title? This whole company is against us, and you know who is on my hit list now? Do you know who it is? I know you don't like talking, but I know we're on the same level. Danny Luna. Danny. You have been a thorn in my side for months, and I am done with letting you get away with disrespecting me. Maya Matthews, you wanted to get involved, you got what was coming to you. Not just from me, but from your best friend. So Danny, your little superhero save is not gonna change the fact that you are next on my list. I am done with being nice. Now, you guys get the fully fledged villainess.
I'm trying to find the words. Alex. Where did that come from? Since I've been at Revolution Pro, from the beginning, when I first got here, I was always rooting for you. I had heard your story, and I wanted you to succeed. And there was no bad blood between us, you know? You were the champion, and I respected you as that, you know? And when I got here, I wasn't even going for you. I was trying to get the Southside Women's title. And you inserted yourself into the situation with Sky Smithson and I. Okay, fine, I get it. You want to be top dog? All right, let's settle this in the ring. Whatever. But then to do what you did, you got the chair and you hit me in the back like a coward. Like a coward. You're a paper champion with paper legs to match. Because what the hell was that? You're trying to end my career. You're trying to end my career. Look, your career has a time limit, let's be honest here. I have good knees, but you want to come for my back? You want to come when I'm not even looking? Because you can't accept that I'm better than you. I'm better than you. And I know here in England, you're the top girl, everyone respects you as such, but I'm sorry, everyone's time at the top, it comes to an end. And let me tell you one thing right here. Your time, it's up. Hyon, it's Hyon's time. And I don't know when I'm going to be back because I have to heal. I've never once passed out in a match. No one's ever done that to me before. So congratulations, you get that little on you. I'm going to take my time to rest, but this isn't over. It's not over, not one bit.
Do you really think I'm interested in talking now? I came back, I did what I had to do, and look, the 2 belts that I have now got speak for themselves. I don't need to say anything else, and I don't bloody want to.
Toe for toe and hold for hold. That's the phrase I keep hearing Andy say. Well, he's right. He's absolutely right. I can go toe to toe, hold for hold with Zack Sabre Jr. I just didn't get lucky tonight. Ricky, you cheeky bastard! You cheeky bastard, it was like Piccadilly Circus in there! JJ, if that wasn't bad enough, JJ, he turned up, didn't he? Well, I sorted that situation out. Come back to me, JJ. Come back to me if you beat Ichiban Sweet Boy Fujita, but I don't think you will. But you, Ricky, what a nice surprise. What a nice surprise. It was ashiburi, in Japanese we would say. Big fucking surprise. Well, Ricky, as much as the last thing that I needed, after a grappling extraordinaire with the immensely skilled Jordan Breaks, was being dropped on my head with a pile driver. Luckily, Ricky, I'm not human. I'm made out of worms. Worms and banter. You can't break my neck. But I understood you tried. So, you're on. Ricky Knight Jr. versus Zack Sabre Jr. Revolution Pro 11th anniversary. Extravaganza, the Copper Box, the biggest independent British wrestling show in history. Well, yes, we're wrong, but Ricky, it's one thing to blindside me, isn't it? You're telling me you're 100% now? We're gonna find out, Ricky. Because you might be a former British heavyweight champion, but you didn't beat Zack Sabre Jr. for that championship, did you? You bloody didn't, mate. You bloody didn't. But I'm on a mission. The first time, the second time, and the third time that I was British heavyweight champion, I was a somewhat absentee champion. But this time, when I win that championship back, I'll be the dedicated, touring, company, British heavyweight champion. Man, that I should have been the first time. But first, Ricky, I put you in your place, you cheeky little prick. Copper box, dickhead.
You know, growing up, when I was training to be a wrestler, started at 9 years old, there was always one guy that stood out from the rest of them, and that was Will Ospreay. And we have issues. Me and the driller have f***ing issues. But that was the best match of my life. The youngest in charge is not just a slogan. It's not just a f***ing nickname. I am going to be the greatest wrestler from this country. I'm going to be the greatest wrestler of all time, because really, who do you know that puts on performances like that, and not just against the best in the world like Will Ospreay, not just against my future match against the driller Dan Maloney. Every single weekend, I'm out here, I'm grinding, I'm in the gym in the week, I'm in the ring on the weekend, because nobody can touch me at this. and I'm 18 years old, and that's the best about it. Because when I say I'm going to be the greatest of all time, it's not a slogan, it's not a joke. Leon Slater will go down in the history books as the best wrestler of all time, and I just proved that right now at Revolution Pro Wrestling.
Just when you think you know a guy, huh? Just when you think after bringing you into the United Empire, relying on you, man, you've been around my house, you've had dinner, we've broke bread. Man, I thought I knew you and then you had to turn your back and join Bullet Club. Not even a good Bullet Club. Raw dogs, mate, you're kidding me, right? But I thought I could trust at least that you brought up little Leon. A kid that you brought up from the streets, you said you look after him from day one. I knew it. Do you know what the worst thing about you is, Dan? Out of everything, I never had you down for a liar. I never had you down for a snake, bruv. That's okay. Do you know what you just did? So you just showed it to everyone. You just trimmed the fat in Leon Slater. And I've got to say, Leon, my God. I said it before, I'll say it again. For your age, you're the best wrestler in this country. And one day you will have my throne. But just not today. If I can give you a single piece of advice, don't turn your attention on me. Maybe turn your attention to your so-called family.